Hi, my dear Cappies. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here with me. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And if any of these messages resonate with you or touch your heart in any way, give me a like, drop me a comment, let me know what hit home. I love to hear from you, and it helps me to grow the channel as well. This reading is going to be from mid-February to mid-March, and it applies to your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus. And then I've also, because I've been meditating on your energy and there's a little bit of shifting gears and direction, it's also going to apply to North Node. Okay, so I'm just going to dive right in. There's a lot to cover. I saw you in this complete metamorphosis. You are transforming, but the interesting thing was that it's like you have already gone through this. You've already sort of planted the seed of transformation a very long time ago. You went through a lot of things that helped to shape you, to transform you, to evolve, every aspect of your being. And therefore, there's like a longing for you to see that change that happened from within to manifest outside in the physical world. And it's kind of like you're still waiting for that aspect. And I'm going to tell you why. It was really, really interesting what came through. It's almost like you're revisiting a cycle. It's like you've already gotten to the point where you went through an incredible healing, and it's like you went through this whole life cycle and you came to a completion of a journey, of a road, of a path, of a job, a relationship. And then for some of you, it's kind of all of those things, right? So it was like a huge life cycle that happened. But for whatever reason, you didn't take that leap into sort of the next thing, into your creative impulses that you were having. It's like even though you transformed within, you kind of stayed in a safe environment, right? Whatever you were used to. And so there's a coming back. I saw this boomerang, and there's like, and I'm not talking about a karmic cycle. It's like this is a new opportunity. This is a second chance. Okay. This is like you getting the opportunity to approach this next phase from the point of, I've gone through my transformation. I closed out cycles. I came to completion. I'm ready to move on now. And for whatever reason you didn't move forward with that, you're getting the chance now to do that. Okay, so it's very beautiful. You should be in a lot of gratitude for this time. It felt very stagnant, and I think it's going to be more your perspective on it. Okay, we're going to go into the tarot and we're going to look at what that stagnation is, but it felt stagnant both physically and in the environment and internally. And there's a real need to like understand that this is the right time. This is like a fruitful time. It's a time for you to collect the harvest of everything that you've already gone through. And so you're getting a chance to revisit and to take that leap, right? Whatever that is. And I also saw this, I saw you like, it was like you were marching, and the war trumpets, like, or war drums, or whatever instrument is played to kind of like announce the beginning of war, and you were marching with a group, and it was kind of like that feeling of things coming to a head. And in that energy, it felt, first of all, you felt very protected. So whatever this is in your environment, I feel like you're not the one. Maybe you created it in the sense that you made certain decisions, and so therefore this has kind of played out, but it's not like directly something that you are initiating. It's like there's something in the environment that's calling to, like you might have to stand up for yourself, or you might have to draw a line in the sand, or there's a certain boundary that needs to go up, or and for some of you, you will have to fight for what is right for you, but a message came through that you really need to take solace in knowing that the divine justice and protection is 100% with you. Whether you decide to not engage in the fight, there's still like a very beautiful mother star energy that's going to help the situation and bring this sort of divine justice. But if you feel you need to stand up for yourself, or you're kind of cornered into a situation, I felt a lot of throat blockage, a lot of throat chakra. So if you get pushed in a situation where you have to stand up for yourself, then this beautiful mother star energy wanted you to know that to go ahead and do that, and you are protected in this. Okay. It was really beautiful. And it's like something coming to a head. It was like a boomerang, and there's something about you staying in a cycle that you don't need to be in. And so there is a little bit of like, in a sense, it's self-inflicted, even though it's coming from these external people or situations, right? But it's like you haven't valued yourself to a point of trusting how powerful you are, and that your path will begin to unfold. This new path is going to begin to show itself to you. It's going to slowly reveal itself. But the universe needs you to, I saw comfort over risk. So it's like you've been choosing a comfortable situation over taking a massive risk. And when I saw risk, it turned into a sun. Like a sun kind of circled around the word risk, and then I saw like this like sunburst energy. And so Spirit wants you to know that that's where the magic is. Okay. And so this transformation, this metamorphosis that you're going through again is because that aspect of it, while you might know it intellectually, or you might feel it in your heart, you haven't physically taken that step, right? So you're getting the second chance to approach your life in that way. And not because your life hasn't been good, it's more because you are unsatisfied in the situation because you've grown out of it. Okay. Very beautiful energy. I also got set your sights higher. Okay, so I think some of you are not dreaming big enough, even though you have this like passionate, fiery energy. I saw fire like within you. I don't know if some of you have fire placements, but regardless, it's an energy that's with you, and it's kind of like wanting to come out. In your last reading, you had dancing come out, right? So to kind of like bring this energy out, and I feel that's still a theme for you. You might have, due to the astrological weather, you might have not felt inspired to do so. So this is really like the right time, right? I saw a bazooka, which it was like, at first I was like, God, these like war themes, like they're so violent. But with the bazooka, it was actually like a positive feeling, and then it turned into like a bow and arrow, right? So it's really about you like setting your goal and your target as to what it is you want to do, because you will be successful in it. Yeah. And and so like, okay, so talking about this completion that you went through, and then being in this state of like stagnation because you've already gone through that, and then getting this sort of second chance to really embark on something new and like collect the fruits of your hard labor, right? Of like what it took to come to that completion. You're going to move into a very creative time. Okay. You're going to move into this like emotional time where you're going to unleash emotions that I feel you've kind of like constricted yourself from displaying in some capacity. For some of you, it could be a person, an environment, or it could be yourself, of not allowing you to be fluid and to like break free of like ideas of like what steps do I need to take, as opposed to just trying things out, right? It's not about being perfect. So you're going to enter into this space of like initiating new things and new energies, and there's going to be like a heightened emotional time, but in a positive way. Okay. And also the need for you to address this stagnation through your life force. Okay, so do things that allow the breath, the energy in your body to move. Okay, very, very important. You might be feeling a little bit withdrawn. You might be feeling like there's something you need to reconnect to, and it is this life force, and it's this creative energy that wants to come out, and you will enter into that phase. That is going to happen. But you might be like quiet, you might be like reflective, meditative, and you're kind of like waiting, right? You're waiting for something to happen, for some ball to drop. For some of you, you're almost like waiting for a tower moment, like for something to just end so that you can rebuild. And it's like you're happy about that happening. And in a way, it's like a divine intervention that you're wanting, because you're a little bit afraid to jump into the unknown. Okay. Okay, that's what came through initially. So I'm going to go ahead and dive into the tarot. But yeah, okay. Also, actually, before I do that, yeah, the other thing that came through with this like mother star energy is that, oh, that's so beautiful. It's okay. It's that you it's that you are a child of this mother star. Okay, you come from the stars, and while every soul does, not every soul is meant in this particular lifetime to remember. Okay, but you are. and in a sense, like, I don't want to say not everyone's meant to, like, that's kind of what we're hoping for, right? Like, it would be beautiful for everyone to remember, but you know, we all have different paths and different things that we're shedding and growing and learning, and so there's a lot happening for everyone in addition to just being human and surviving on the planet and things like that. But for you, there is a need to remember, and so there's a beautiful like connection to the message. Is really like to know that when you remember who you are in that sense, the self-love is automatic, because you know that you're a child of this energy, and because you have a mother star, you're protected by that always. Okay, and that's what's guiding you. And the energy around that is also like that there could be a bully in your environment, but this is about you like not lying to yourself about it. It's about just seeing the truth for what it is. And the bully could be a person, it could be the environment itself, and for some of you it could be you, like within you. Like there's something within you that doesn't allow you to break free. And when you connect with this mother star energy, it gives you the strength and the love and the power and the knowingness that you can do this. Okay, you've got everything that it takes, and you have this beautiful energy supporting you and behind you. Okay, so now God, that was so beautiful. So beautiful what came through. Okay, and the message behind this remembrance of who you are, it's really a question like, can you give yourself this gift of knowing how big this love is for you, how big this power is. Okay, like, can you do that for yourself? And that's what this time is about. That's what this revisiting of this metamorphosis and transformation is about. Okay, it's about you jumping into this new journey, knowing that you have the strength and support and that success is guaranteed. Chariot just jumped out. Okay, victory is yours, but it's only just a matter of time, of like of putting in the time and allowing the time to bring this success to you. But it's going to take for you to actually jump into it. Okay. Let's see. Put that in the overall energy. This is very beautiful energy, Cappy. Okay. Yeah. Amazing. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. I'm going to start. There's a very, very powerful calling for you to balance and to, it's almost like caution for you to balance before proceeding. Okay, so maybe that's what this waiting is about. It's like the balance of these sort of external forces, right? Okay, yeah, Two of Cups reversed with Temperance. It's a balance of these two forces, like some sort of balance has been broken, and between you and another person, or like you and an environment, and that sort of like there's negative energy on both sides, and so those two energetic forces are kind of repelling. There could have been like a falling out, a breakup. Maybe you're not sharing the same emotional connection that you used to. Again, this could be like any situation. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be family, friends. It could be your job, your career. It could be something with a boss. Like it could be, you'll know your situation. But the feeling behind it is still the same. There could be some resentments as well. And some type of betrayal even, or like some type of illusion that maybe you were under some sort of illusion of like what this would be or how it could play out. And that's kind of like, there's a bit of a disappointment there, right? And there's a need for you to just really balance yourself from this energy. And yeah, and there's kind of like, yeah, you're wanting to gain your dignity, right? It's like you're wanting your power back. You're wanting to expand, right? You're wanting something to change from that. And for some of you, this could be a situation with someone who is kind of like high up there in the ranks, in power, could be like a public figure, or could be just like someone who comes from a strong lineage, or yeah, there's like this energy of there's some sort of power dynamic at play. That's really what I want to say. And you got Temperance and you got the Two of Pentacles, and these are two, I don't know if you can see that, these are two energies that require balance. Okay, and that I would say beyond requiring balance, like usually Temperance I take as like, okay, time to chill, time to regroup, time to make sure I'm okay before moving forward. But then with the Two of Pentacles as well, it just feels like balance is broken, like something is out of hand, right? There's something in this environment that's just completely broken, and that's kind of the energy that you're in, and it's left you in this sort of longing and this wish for things to change. And for some of you where this is more like career oriented, it's kind of like just you being not emotionally connected to what you're doing and wanting to break free and have like just a creative approach to the next thing, right? You're just ready in that sense. Like it's time for you to make the decision of which direction you're going to take, and then approaching it creatively, right? With the 3 of Pentacles as well. So beautiful. And in the Temperance card, because you had that Mother Star energy, I can't help but notice the angelic wings behind him. So you are very protected in this, okay? Now, in your goals, you have the King of Wands and you have the 3 of Wands, okay? So a lot of fiery energy again. I did see the fire. I felt it. It was like a lot of like action and like combustible energy that wanted to really just come out. So this is you like wanting to get your excitement for life back, that spark, right? That like will and that freedom, and gain your confidence. And what I love about that energy coupled with the 3 of Wands for you is that this is you like having already made the decision to go in a certain direction. This isn't you wondering like, should I do it? Should I go? Like weighing out the options. No, it's like you went through that and now you're in the space of like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And now you're just looking out into the horizon to see like, okay, what do I envision? Like, what do I see past this horizon? Like which path specifically should I take? What are my next steps? So this is you already decided. This is creative energy. Okay, very beautiful. Now, clarified by the moon though, it's going to be difficult to see. And that's why so much trust and surrender is needed in this time, and knowing that you're guided, okay? It's like you, 3 of Wands here, looking out into the horizon, trying to figure out how to get to that point. But with the moon, it's like there's only one step being shown to you at a time. And so that's why it needs to be in this trust, right? In this guided by the stars, right? And you really flowing gracefully and knowing that this will be successful no matter what, okay? So very beautiful. So this is kind of like your objective, right? You're putting like your idea of what your 10 of Cups, what your emotional fulfillment looked like for you, you're putting that to rest. You're burying it. There's been a death of the illusions of what you thought this was going to look like, how it was going to play out. There's a need for you to close out that cycle that was very emotionally driven for you, and start to move in the direction of your passions, right? Like have the emotions be about your passion rather than about this picture, whatever this picture was, how it looked for you. For some of you, this has been very painful. Like this has been a painful journey. It's been a bit wild, chaotic, like disorderly in some sense. And, you're really hermit sitting on top of that. You're really taking the time to heal. And actually that's very beautiful, because the time in the first part of the reading, like your energy came out as withdrawn, right? And here it is just confirming that you're quiet, meditative, you're reflecting, right? And this is just you kind of regrouping your energy, taking the time to balance before moving forward, right? But this is kind of like, yeah, this idea of like what was going to make you happy, you're really seeing that now. And that's kind of like 2 of Cups, why you feel heartbroken, it's not because you haven't accepted. You've made peace. You're closing out this cycle. You understand what's happened, but it's still like a purging that's taking place, right? What I love in the strength position, you have the Sun, the Page of Wands, and Judgment. Okay, you're like, the cycle that you're closing out has brought you a lot. Okay, it hasn't been bad. It's brought you like wealth. It's brought you happiness at certain points. It's brought you like, friendships. It's brought you some type of glory. Like you've gotten really far in this, right? But what that did for you was it basically brought you to yourself, and like a new version of you came out, right? That's why you had that energy of like, there's a completion that happened in the past and now you're getting to revisit that. Okay, so like, you've had your awakening. This is your strength. So like, you've already done this before. You know what it feels like, and you know like how it expands you, right? You're pretty aware of this situation that's happening to you. Like you're aware of this, and you're really going in a new direction that's going to fulfill your passion now. You're going to let that passion come out. And this is kind of like, this is new, right? This is a new energy, and that's a good thing, because there's a need for you to be almost childlike in this, okay? Because you didn't get to do that, okay? And now it's time for you to do that, okay? You went on the path that you went on, you built, you learned, a lot happened because you had to get to this new perspective of like, what do I really want in my life? And, what kind of partnership do I really want? What kind of job, what kind of environment, right? So you're starting this as like a newbie, but that is your strength actually, because that's the whole point of it. Now, I'm a little concerned about what's in your current environment, and I know things take time, but like for me, when I see this energy of Page of Cups reversed, Seven of Swords reversed, and the Devil, I want to tell you to just walk away now, okay? This is not healthy. This is someone who is like using their force or their aggression instead of like their intellect to communicate. This is someone who just is not like thinking clearly, and is like very, I would say like emotionally immature, right? Like there's aspects, it's like a childlike emotional behavior. There's aspects of this person that need healing, and it's not your job to make sure that happens. And this is also like, they have offered you something, like they do bring you something, but it's too small for you. It's like, you deserve something bigger, something better, something, Ten of Cups, like the Ten of Cups with the Page of Cups reverse is like, you deserve this, right? 10 cups, not this one little cup, right? So yeah, and then for some of you, like, this is also like a direction that you took based off of pure emotion, and not really like thinking, is this on my level? Is this going to help my value expand, or is it going to make me feel small, right? So for some of you, this might not be a person. It could just be like a path that you took that was meant to be like a lesson learned, really. With the Devil here, this is also you showing up in your reading. And so I think that for a lot of you, in addition to this environment that we're talking about, it's also about inner bully, that voice inside of you that tells you that you can't do this, or that you're not going to be able to, or that you have some shackle, like some attachment from past life or childhood, or someone who was there for you like at a certain time, or like an emotional or spiritual connection with someone, and therefore you can't yet. You can't leave yet. Like, this is like a self-imposed energy of you needing to break free from this way of thinking, from this way of approaching things. Okay, so that's kind of what's like playing out right now. And then in terms of timing, you're really like, you know, the Hermit came out and I saw you like very withdrawn. So in terms of timing, it's like, and with the Moon card, you're gonna have this period of like things during this transformation. It's like it's gonna take time for things to become obvious and clear. Things are sort of like being developed. They're in, you know, like a discovery mode, and there's going to be a lot revealed to you. There's going to be secrets that come out, maybe, or like the illusions, right? That came up as like a theme. There might be illusions that Page of Cups reverse energy of like someone putting up like a front of like, or a show of like what they're giving you and this and that, but behind it, like, is there any substance? Has there been any action? Like, are they just words, right? So it's like you coming into that awareness. Yeah, in terms of like the timing, it's just about you allowing these things to like, these truths to come up, right? And then once that happens, you know, you're gonna know like, okay, I absolutely have to walk away from this, right? Okay, and then in terms of like your next steps, yeah, you have Ace of Cups reversed with Knight of Swords, which to me just confirms like the transformation, the metamorphosis. Actually, let me pull a clarifier for that because I didn't pull one for that. Okay. Yeah. Oh my God. Amazing. Yep. Oh, how beautiful. Oh my God, you guys. This is going to turn so in your favor. Like this is going to be your time. Again, this is your second chance and you are just going to like completely embrace this new beginning. Okay. So in terms of, yeah, the Ace of Cups reversed, the Knight of Swords clarified by the World. I mean, absolutely the end of a massive cycle. This is like a change that's meant to come in for you at this time. It's like, I think you had an opportunity before to jump and you didn't. It's come back again. And this time you will transform. Okay. You will take that leap. The Knight of Swords, like driven, ambitious, you know, you're going to be action oriented at the end of this change and just completely like going for it. And then in your overall approach, you got the Four of Pentacles, the Page of Swords reversed, and the Death card. Okay, amazing. Okay, I'm so glad the Death card came out with this energy because this felt a little bit confusing to everything we just talked about. Okay, so the Four of Pentacles, a little bit of fear of like losing out on something, like hanging on tight to something for dear life because you're not sure that there's going to be anything else, that you're not going to have enough, right? So it's kind of like rigid and strict and like not gambling. It's like too safe, right? And then with the Page of Swords reverse, it's like scattered thoughts and like lack of planning and lack of foresight and just like researching your next steps but not taking action. But with the Death card, that just tells me like you're transforming that energy, right? Your approach is going to be the opposite of that. You're rebirthing into being more free and flowing and allowing like this love, this grace, this divine protection to really take you, okay? Primal waters, right? For you to immerse in the water and let the water take you. Okay, such beautiful energy. And my dear Cappies, in your outcome, I mean, you have Eight of Pentacles, the Sun, clarified by the Sun. Okay, that is 3 suns out right now. So you are going to be so happy with this new you, with this new life, with this new path. But it is going to take work, right? Like you are going to have to work to build this, right? It's going to take time. It's going to take effort. But that's what good things take, right? It's the combination of the, pragmatic creation energy of like being diligent, dedicated, responsible, focusing on the process. But alongside with that, masculine, feminine, temperance, alongside with that, the flow of the feminine energy and understanding like that things take time and trusting and surrendering and bringing love into it and intuition, right? I mean, such beautiful energy, but all this sun energy, not only like, is it like love and like harmony and joy and happiness and like wealth, not only is it that, but I see like a healing taking place here that will forever change you. Like this second chance you're getting at this, it's like, you're never going to look back. Like you're just going to be full force moving forward, as this incredible creator and manifester that you always have been. Okay. So really be grateful that you're getting this opportunity again. Okay. And don't believe all the thoughts that you have about self. This is really about like when you get that inspiration or that energy to like say, that's it, like I'm done with this. And then something comes in and it's like, but are you? But can you do this? Like, what about this connection? And what about this person? And what about this thing? And like suddenly you're weighed down by your thoughts, right? So this time is about you healing that. I'm just going to pull a few whispering wood cards to see if there's any other messages for you, but this is an incredible reading. I really am just like, this is so beautiful. So beautiful. Spirit, give me Whispering Woods message for my dear Cappies. Flow. Flow. Go with the flow as water. Look at that. And this is a woods deck. So I'm really surprised that water came out, which makes so much sense, right? We were talking about primal waters. Go with the flow as water trickles down a stream. Do not hurry. Yes, time is going to reveal so much to you. Oh my goodness. I have another one. Strength. When your roots are deep, you need not fear the storm. Okay, this is about you. Yes, you have the strength, but also that mother star energy is giving you the strength that you need. Okay. I have one more for my dear Cappies. Music. There's a melody to be heard in the deepest parts of the woods if we only listen. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, so yes. Okay, so I think for some of you, because it did come out earlier that there's the creative energy that, oh my God, and dance, right? We were talking about how your last reading, you were really being called to dance with the divine. And because of the energies at play at the time, I'm not so sure that a lot of you were able to do that. And so music is coming out as a sign for you to do that and to get that chi moving, right? To get that life force back. And also because physically when you flow in that energy and that expression, it teaches you to do that in your everyday life, right? To surrender to that femininity. And a lot of this creation energy that's within you, of that fire that I saw that's like ready to come out, for some of you, it's about making music, it's about creating art, it's about dancing, it's about your artistic side that needs to come out, that's ready to come out, okay? And yes, overall energy growth. The tallest oak tree once started as a seed. That's right. Don't be afraid to start something new, okay? So those are your messages, dear Cappy. I love you so much. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, drop me a comment, give me a like. I love you so much. Have an amazing rest of February and an amazing March.